Hi guys. I just want to let the guy know who put the sticker on the Sprite that I had. You guys, the angels, lock him up. Lock him up. I don't know, but I have a feeling about something. The reason why he put a sticker on the Sprite, and it's a certain smile that they give me that I know that when I'm like, oh, thank you, I appreciate that. There's a certain like sneakiness. And they think I don't know. But I know there's something. And whoever does that to me, does something to me, and I bless them, but they curse me, the curse comes on them. So between him and that old lady, they're going into the fires of hell. Send out arrest warrant and get him. So let's read my prayer to my Father. Then love put ashes on her head, opened her robe to reveal the sackcloth she was wearing under her clothes. Now, this ashes thing, please, this is not something that we did. Never. Opened up her robe to reveal the sackcloth she was wearing under her clothes, and bowed down with her face to the floor. It was the time that the evening incense was being offered in the temple in Jerusalem. And love prayed to her Father in a loud voice, "O Father, the God of Judah's and Israel's ancestors. Remember how you armed Simeon with a sword to take revenge on those foreigners who seized Dinah, who was a virgin, tore off her clothes and defiled her. They stripped her naked and shamed her. They raped her and disgraced her, even though you had forbid this. That is why you let their leaders be killed. But put the death on the same bed where they had raped the woman. You destroyed them all. Slaves, princes, and rulers on their thrones. You let their wives be carried off, their daughters taken captive, and their possessions plundered by the Israelites. Your chosen people who were eager to do your will. Dinah's brothers were furious because of this disgrace to their family, so they called on you for help. Oh, my Father, listen to my prayer, the prayer of a widow. Your hand guided all that happened then and all that happened before and after. You have planned it all. What is happening now and what is yet to be. My dad planned it all. What is happening now and what is yet to be. Your plans have always been carried out. Whatever you want to be done is as good as done. You know in advance all that you will do and what decisions you will make. Now the Assyrians are stronger than ever. They take pride in their cavalry and their infantry. The people from Hollywood, the devil's kids. Now the Assyrians are stronger than ever. They take pride in their cavalry and in their infantry. They rely on their weapons, but they do not know that you, O Father, are a warrior who ends war. God is your name. In your anger, use your power to shatter their mighty arm. They plan to defile your temple where you are worshipped. They plan to defile me where you are worshipped. And to hack off the corners of your altar with their swords. Like how proud and boastful they are. Pour out your fury upon them. I am only a widow, but give me the strength to carry out my plan. That's what I pray to my Father too. Give me the strength to do this thing. Use my words to strike them all dead. Use my words to strike them all dead, master and slave alike. Let a woman's strength break their pride. Your power does not depend on the size and the strength of an army. Clearly, you guys know that now. You are my God who cares for me and helps me. You give support and protection to your daughter, who is weak and helpless. You save me, who has lost hope. Now hear my prayer, O Father, the God in whom I trust, ruler of heaven and earth, creator of rivers and the seas, King of all creation. Hear my prayer and let my words wound and kill those who have planned such cruelty against our covenant and against Mount Zion, where I live, me, and the land you have given me. Make a whole nation and every tribe recognize that you and I are God, and you are God Almighty and all powerful, and that you alone protect your daughter, Love. If they don't know, they know it now. He alone is the one who rescues me. Love goes to the camp of Hophanes. Then Love had finished her prayer to her God. She stood up, called her slave woman, and went down into her servant woman, and went down into the house as she always did on Sunday and festival days. She took off the sackcloth and her widow clothes, took a bath and put on rich perfumes. She brushed her hair and tied a ribbon around it and dressed herself in fine clothes she used to wear on joyful occasions when her husband Manasseh was still alive. She put on sandals and all her finest jewelry, rings and earrings and bracelets on her wrists and ankles. She made herself so beautiful that she was sure to attract the attention of any man who saw her. Love gave her slave woman a leather bag of wine and a jar of oil to carry. She filled a bag with roasted barley, cakes of dried figs, and several loaves of bread baked according to Jewish food laws. She carefully wrapped all the food and dishes and gave them to her servant woman. Then the two women left the house and went to the gates of Bethuel, where they found Uzziah and the town officials, Chambers and Charmis, and standing guard. When the men saw Judith, After she had changed clothes and put on makeup, they were struck by her beauty and said to her, May the God, may your God bless you and make your plan successful, so that you may bring glory to America and victory, may bring glory to the New Jerusalem and victory to America. Love prayed, and then said, Order the gates to be opened for me. I am on my way to do what we were talking about. Then they ordered the young men to open the gates for her, and Judith and her slave, her servant woman, left the city. The men watched her as she went down the mountain into the valley until she was out of sight. As the two women were walking through the valley, an Assyrian patrol met them. They arrested Judith and questioned her. What is your nationality? Where did you come from, and where are you going? I am a Hebrew. I told you, I'm a Hebrew. She answered, but I'm running away from the Israelites because my God is going to let you destroy them. I am on my way to see Hophernes, the general in command of your army, to give him some reliable information. I can show him how to advance into the mountains and take control of the entire region without a single casualty. The men stared at her because she was so beautiful. They listened to her story and said, You have saved your life by coming down here to see our general. Some of us will take you to his headquarters and present you to him. Do not be afraid of him. Just tell him what you have told us, and he will treat you well. They assigned 100 men to escort Judith and her slave to the headquarters of Hophernes. There was great commotion in Assyria's camp as news of Judith's arrival spread from the tent. While she stood outside the tent of Hophernes, waiting to be presented to him, many Assyrian soldiers came and stood around her. They were greatly impressed by her beauty and wondered what kind of people that the Israelites were. Who can have contempt for people whose women are so beautiful? They asked one another. We had better kill all the men, or else Jews will be able to charm the whole world. Or the Hebrews will be able to charm the whole world. Then Hophernes' bodyguard and his personal servants came out and led Love into the tent. Hophernes was resting on his bed under a mosquito net woven of purple and gold thread and decorated with emeralds and other precious stones. When the men told him that Love had arrived, he came to the outer part of the tent. Silver lamps were carried ahead of him. When Love came near him and his servants, they were all astonished at her beauty. She bowed down to the ground before Hophernes, but his servants helped her to her feet. Hophernes said to Love, Don't worry, there's no need for you to be afraid. I have never heard anyone who was willing to serve Nebuchadnezzar, king of the whole world. Even now, if your people up in the mountains had not insulted me, I would not have declared war on them. They have brought all this trouble on themselves. But tell me, why have you left them and come to us? You will be safe here. No need to be afraid. We have spared your life tonight, and you are in no danger for the future. No one here will harm you. Everyone will treat you well like all other servants of my master Nebuchadnezzar. Then Love said to Holofernes, "Allow me to speak to you, my lord, and please listen to what I have to say. I will tell you the truth. If you follow my advice, God will do something great with you, and my lord will not fail in his plan. For I swear to you by the life and the strength of Nebuchadnezzar, king of the whole world, who sent you to bring order to all the subjects of his kingdom, that not only have you made people serve him, but because of you, even the wild animals, the livestock, and the birds obey him. Because of you, Nebuchadnezzar and his entire kingdom will prosper. We have heard how wise and clever you are. The whole world knows that you are the most competent, skilled, and accomplished general in the whole Assyrian empire. Achor was rescued by the men of Bethulia, and has told us what he has told us what he said at your war council. Please, sir, do not dismiss lightly what Achor told you, but take it seriously because it is true. No one can harm or conquer my people unless they sin against their God, unless they sin against me, basically. But you will not suffer any setbacks, nor will you fail to achieve your goal. When the Israelites sin and make their God angry, they will die. Their food supply has already run out, and the water shortage has become serious. So they have decided to kill their livestock and eat food that God's law clearly forbids them to eat. They have decided to eat the wheat set aside from early harvest and the tithes of wine and oil, which are holy and are reserved for the priests who serve God in Jerusalem, from the servants that serve me in Jerusalem. The rest of us are forbidden even to touch this sacred food. But since the people in Jerusalem have already broken this law, the people of our town have sent messengers to the council there requesting permission to do the same. On the day that they receive permission and actually eat the food, you will be able to destroy them. As soon as I learned about this, I ran away from my people. God has sent me to do something with you that will amaze everyone in the entire world who hears about it. Sir, I am a devout woman. I worship the God of heaven day and night. I will stay here in your camp, and each night I will go out into the valley to pray to my God, and he will tell me when the Israelites have sinned. As soon as I find out, I will come and tell you, and you can march out with your whole army. The Israelites, the Americans, will not be able to defend themselves against you. I will guide you through the central part of the land of Judah until we come to Jerusalem, where I will crown you king in the center of the city. You will scatter the people of Jerusalem like sheep without a shepherd. Not even a dog will dare to growl at you. God has revealed these things to me in advance and has sent me to report them to you. Holofernes and his personal servants were pleased with what Love had said, and they admired her wisdom. She must be the wisest and most beautiful woman in the world, they commented one to another. Then Holofernes said to her, "It is a good thing that God has sent you here to bring us victory and to destroy those who have insulted King Nebuchadnezzar. Not only are you beautiful, but you know how to make a speech. If you do as you have promised, your God will be my God. You will live in King Nebuchadnezzar's palace and will be famous throughout the world." Now, I know that um, in this book, it says that Judith, love, prayed to her God and said, "Let my deceitful words." And I don't like to speak deceit, but my dad will turn my words to deceive my enemies, make them think one thing, but actually it's another thing. So I don't pray to my father for deceitful words. The words that I speak are just the words that comes from him. Now he can deceive you. He's the deceiver. He's the one that does the bad stuff. He's a warrior. He kills. I'm the good. I am the good. And there is no darkness in me. I bring good news. I bring the healing. I bring the laughter. I bring the love. I bring the good feelings. I bring the good vibrations, you know. But my dad, whoo, he brings the pain. He brings the hurt. He brings the torture. He brings the suffering. He brings the hunger. And see, and that's what all these people, these chosen ones, these people who think they're chosen ones don't understand that they've been praying to a false god. They've been praying to their idols. And now they have to, my words for them have turned to deceive them, thinking that they were chosen. And the king of Assyria used my words to deceive them. Now, these kids ain't worked a day in their life long enough to save up for a vacation. Like days in their life, long enough to save up for a vacation, but yet they're riding around in $80,000 cars. Make it make sense. The math ain't mathing. Okay? And that's why Hollywood is suffering. Judah and Hollywood is suffering today. Get ready, because they're going to be suffering more. All the wig wearing, wig snatching, false eyelash wearing, Hollywood wives, this wife, they are going to be done. They're going to have to prostitute themselves for food. They are done. They did way too much. Their jealousy and envy of me, and their love of idols, that witch, cost them their lives and their children's lives. Cost them their marriages. Their men are like, and the ones that hooked up with them were the only ones. They're prostitutes. They're sleepers. They're moles. They're with them because they know they have money, and they're handlers. Any male who's marrying women, the females of this era, those are tricks. They're male prostitutes, hungry for money and fame. They don't love you. They were sent by the enemy. So you think you're famous and you got all this and in the back. Like, how do you take a picture with your backside? The first thing you do is turn around and show your butt. And what, like, your butt looks better than your face? Is that what you're trying to tell the guys? If I can't get you with my face, I'm gonna definitely get you with my butt. And these stupid fools ran for. Now it's like the BBL stink. Like, I sit here and I think to myself, like, I have back problems, right? And I can't even lay on my back flat. Okay, so how are these girls sleeping? I don't know. I don't want to get off into it, but it's just stupid. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.